It's quite a coincidence because with my stream of thought, thinking of what am I going to exchange here with you, I reminded myself that last year, in this, it was in April, I took my students to Bonotto Foundation, Bonotto Fondazione. And why Bonotto Fondazione? In a one or two words, it's the European place where you find all about the fluxus. And again, another coincidence. Then I was like, okay, what is it that linked Dick Higgins, who mainly coordinated fluxus and intermedia stuff in late 50s, 60s, 70s. Namjoon Pike and John Lennon, Yoko Ono, and all these people coming to Bonotto. And I discovered on poetry.com Kenneth's text on the burden of artist scrap, which was talking about Dick Higgins' library that was selling because his widow wanted to get rid of it, and then, and it was before 1996. So that's my line of thought. What is before Ubu? Well, before Ubu was Fluxus, and it was Bonotto, and it was this place. So Bonotto is the textile manufacturer, tiny textile manufacturer, and a guy who inherited from his parents, and who was interested in contemporary arts, and who had a bunch of people providing shelter for them, feeding them. So Cage was there, all of these people were there, and they just left their pieces of work after leaving this residence. And so this is material Ubu, in a way. You see, it's the bird burden of artist scrap is tons of papers, objects, artifacts, whatever, that provided meaning for people gathered together for a certain period, exchanging, eating together, drinking together, filming, and they created a collection. So this physical archives still exist there, and it's a very good place to visit. And 1996 is Stone Age of what is perceived as firstly getting data on our computers and keeping it. So 96 for me personally was the horror of losing my stuff, not saving or not being able to manipulate well enough what by accident I produced, especially in text. And it was 96, it was starting with pieces and bits of photos. It was the first digital camera, and then having it's a horror of how to keep things and how to bridge this volatile capacity of, oh, I have paper and okay, we printed all that we created digitally, we printed it out. It shifts this materiality of archives into providing a space. So I cannot say that I'm totally aware of what is on Ubu. I know for the names, and we know what we can imagine that there is, but not specifically. 96, and I was in exchange with a guy whose name is Michael Joyce, and at that time he worked on Story Space, which was first forms of interactivity, interactive writing in clouds, and then you just do hypertext, of course. So non-linear reading. That was the basic thing. So Ubu is there to fit into that element of non-linearity in archival search. We didn't call it search at that time, but we still understood the change. So the change happened, and it was that end of the 20th century that produced that change, whatever the change is. First thing that happened is that announcing that Ubu is inactive. How did I understand this? What does it mean? Not receiving new material, but still keeping everything in place. What does that mean? It means accessibility, openness. So if someone's searching for it, it can find it. If no one is searching for it, it still can be there. So that's today. It's there. And again, reflecting this artist scrap, which is so, you've been speaking about metonymy, but this is so even sarcastic, being engaged and being so in a way invested in creating, in maintaining, in keeping it as such, and at the same time having this second thought, oh, it's a crap, or it's artist scrap, is I think it's a guarantee of a survival as well. It keeps going, and it's a lack of that autoimmune disease of nowadays artists, or artists in general, which is narcissism. Like, what is killing arts or artists? It's always kind of positioning a person instead of positioning what is it that I do. So Ubu for today, it's in right place because it's keeping accessible something that someone can out of nowhere and find out because it's there. It's searchable because it's there. It's impossible to access it if it's not there. So it's potentiality. Well, this is personal. So my timeline and perception of what will happen should come through where will I be, if that's here and now or somewhere. And it's still the precious thing that everyone who enters the library feels when it touches materials or archives or anything from, I don't know, from deep past. And that was my, for example, that was my feeling when they asked me to put on white gloves and look into Champollion's writings, because this is what happened to me, and I was very happy. So I imagine someone looking for digital archives, discovering digital archives, and being happy. Imagining this Rosetta from the beginning or mid 21st century, and getting it, opening it, and finding out what is there. It's very much kind of a felicity, joy that we have when we are readers, or providing meaning to things that are around us. So I imagine Ubu being there, and I imagine a new user, reader, someone who will enjoy it. I find that archives need to provide joy, and that's the content part of it. And if it's accessible, that's the other story. And this is for you to tell me how we can imagine that accessibility.
It remains accessible in 2046.
Yeah, because I may not understand the language, I may not read it and manipulate the syntax, but I can still have this joy of having it in front of me, opening it in front of me, like when you open the new web page, and it comes to you, it opens to it. So it's, yeah.